saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I put so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems.
Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers.
On the double.
If you want the mic, let's go. Show it up. Show it up.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pilot, 64, weak. Yep. Gone. Bravo.
Switch.
Leo. Ready.
2nd and 9 now. And his throw here's incomplete. Antonio. Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Check. Back. Shift.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Here's Coleman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
All day, baby, all day. Switch gears. Let's go. My ball. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, turn up.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check 15. Check. Kill, kill, kill. Go. Zip it.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Look, squeeze. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 3.
Go.
3. Hey, number 28.
Speed grip.
To throw on 2nd down. Herring. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
6 man. Check 52. Jim.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That'll be caught by Kupp. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to break.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though,
Hey,
when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Ready, ready.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Charlie. Now.
Throwing again. Herring. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Weapon.
Check 26, check 26. Check 30.
Hey, Sam off. Bam, bam. Hey, orbit. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herring. And Thomas has it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Move.
Operating from the gun. Herring. That one complete to Hill. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Check right 15. All right. Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this one to Hill. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 44-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check, check.
Hey, echo.
2nd and 4. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
We go. 70, Indy.
We on now. Check, 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 check.
Hey, Haywood. Right up.
Throwing on 1st down. Herring. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 20-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gators. Hey, lock it. Let go.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. This is Cohen on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, I'm coming. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Push him back.
Now.
Back to throw. Herring. He gets it to Thomas. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3.
You got tight right there. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. Go. Check the backer.
Here's Bridgewater. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run with Coleman on first down, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Incomplete. It's now second down.
Keep moving. Check. SOS.
On second and 9, Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Third and long for Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We call that sack. Look.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be first and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
It's a foot race. The 40, 30, 10. again. 5, touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 89 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Go. Go.
First down, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Danielle Hunter, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Out, 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 out. Orbit.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that? That's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Here's Coleman on the draw. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill. Go. Tight go. Go. Motion. Pop.
Throwing. Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Good job.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Looking to throw. Herring. Able to spin free. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. 23 yards the pickup there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 20 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. Happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 29, Bridgewater, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there for sack number 22 on the year, and folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch, watch twitch, watch twitch. Okay, save. Zip it. Go.
To throw, Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about
going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 47-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Bridgewater. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Switch.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd
Looking to throw on second down. Bridgewater towards the end zone for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike 51.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Bridgewater again. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass thrown away and incomplete.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Hey, motion. Go, Mike, off. Mike 51. Hey. Shift. Same on. Switch gears.
Fourth down, they're going. Bridgewater. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jakeem Grant, his 4th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. Back now at Lambeau. Or the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Leo! General West! Squeeze!
They try again with Cohen. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. On third down, Herring. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Tighten up. Check. Jam. Shift. 36. Check. Go.
Throwing is Bridgewater. This will be caught by Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Mike 54. That's got to be a long day.
Check 26. Check 3.
Now Bridgewater on fourth down. It's complete to Grant. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first down, Logan. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. T.J. Logan. His first touchdown on the year as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as it kicks away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st and 10, Herring. That is caught by Cohen. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Yeah, that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Herring. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the and the defense loses him. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing this one out for Evans. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Thomas, the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll run on first down. It's Logan, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
SOS. Hey, Delta. Check 24.
Here's Bridgewater. That'll be caught by Cobb. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Herring. Oh, and you can forget overtime. This is going to be a safety in the final minute of the game. Oh, my. And I don't know that I've ever seen a tie game decided in the final seconds because of a safety.
It's just an absolute disaster, Brandon. You're thinking you're going to at least get yourself to overtime. But how about this defense? They said, we're going to take matters into our own hands, and this will be an unbelievable victory if it holds up.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Green Bay, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the